We start with that breaking news out of Louisiana where 8 children were found shot and killed inside a home. Police were called to a house in Shreveport for a domestic violence call. That's about 3 hours east of Dallas. Kevin Reese is in our newsroom to bring us the latest. Just a tragic story, Kevin.
It certainly is. And we can also say that the total number of murders in Shreveport, Louisiana for this year doubled this morning, and children, as you said, are the primary victims. 8 of them shot and killed in what police are calling a horrific domestic violence attack. The children range in age from just 1 to 14. They were shot and killed inside that Shreveport home, but police say the last child shot and killed as they ran from that home trying to escape. Police say the gunman, who also shot and wounded 2 women and a teenager, was eventually shot and killed by police after a car chase through that city. They say he is related to at least some of the victims.
We expect to see a certain amount of violence when you enter this job, but you don't expect it to be delivered upon a child.
We as a community, black, white, Republican, Democrat, need to stand together and fight for what is right. This is nothing but pure evil.
I don't know what went wrong this morning, but I hope she pulled through, so she got shot 8 times. Yeah, and them folk and my 4 grandkids, 5 grandkids gone.
That last man identifying himself as the father of one of the adult female victims and grandfather, at least some of the children killed. Police have not released the identities of everyone involved, but they do tell us that more than 30% of the murders in Shreveport are domestic violence related. In the newsroom, I'm Kevin Reese. Jason.
Just heartbreaking. Kevin, thank you for the details there. As we learn more about this, we will bring you the latest on air here, as well as streaming on WFAA Plus and online at WFAA.com. On a much lighter note now, let's take a live look outside this afternoon. You see Denton there on the right-hand side of your screen, downtown Dallas there on the left. Beautiful way to end the weekend here, but we've got some more rain chances in the forecast this week. And I was just saying that, enjoy these temperatures while you can, because we probably won't see it again, but we may have another dip in temperatures too.
Yes, we've got a whole lot going on this week. We've got chances of rain returning. We still have some dry days, but we have a couple of cold fronts. So temperatures kind of go up and down over the next several days. Today, though, it was very nice after seeing a lot of rain throughout much of the day yesterday and overcast skies. Today was absolutely beautiful after starting out in the 40s, but we did wind up in the 70s, and we are still seeing temperatures in the low 70s. We also have an east to southeast wind at about 13 miles an hour. We're at 70 degrees in Fort Worth, 70 in McKinney, 71 in Denton, 70 degrees right now in Decatur. Satellite and radar looking pretty quiet. We do have some clouds moving in from the west, but a lot of these are those high, thin cirrus clouds. So as we go throughout the evening, I expect our skies to remain mostly clear, and kind of the same thing overnight tonight, but by very early tomorrow morning, we will notice a little bit more cloud cover. Temperatures will be a little chilly again tomorrow morning, not quite as cold as where we ended up this morning, but 48 degrees is where we're going to wind up with a southeast wind at around 5 miles an hour. Now, tomorrow will be very similar to what we had today, just a little bit more cloud cover. On Tuesday, though, temperatures will be about 10 degrees below normal, because that is the day that we are expecting more widespread scattered showers and a few thunderstorms. Wednesday and Thursday look dry for the most part, so temperatures go up a little bit, and by Friday, we're going to be 9 degrees above normal, but we've got another cold front moving in on Friday, and that's going to allow temperatures to go back down for the weekend with more rain chances. We're going to show you what that rain coverage looks like coming up in just a little bit. Jason.
All right, Cassie, we'll see you here in just a few. A Dallas police officer is hospitalized after a violent traffic stop in Highland Park. That officer pulling over a driver on Mockingbird Lane near Preston this morning because they didn't have their headlights on. That's when they say the passenger got out and punched the officer, who then fired his gun, which hit the passenger. The driver left the scene and has yet to be captured. That officer and passenger were rushed to the hospital. The search for a missing person in Fort Worth has ended in a murder arrest. Police say they were searching for a man who didn't come home after work on Monday at Taco Casa. They later found the missing man's car at a Quality Inn in Arlington, and after reviewing surveillance video, they say the man's co-worker dropped off his car after shooting and killing him and leaving his body in an open field on the east side of Fort Worth. Detectives say the suspect, Gregory D. Lewis, admitted to the killing. He is now in custody on a capital murder charge. As we take a live look now at the traffic there in the Strait of Hormuz, you can see not a lot happening there at the apex there in the middle of your screen where it takes that curve there. There is still a lot of tension at that choke point that a lot of the world's oil has to pass through. With just days left in the current ceasefire agreement between the U.S. and Iran, President Trump says another round of peace talks will happen tomorrow. A White House official tells ABC News that Vice President J.D. Vance will attend negotiations in Islamabad, Pakistan. It comes on the heels of the president accusing Iran of firing on vessels transiting the Strait of Hormuz. ABC News captured a radio message from one of the Indian oil tankers that was hit.
Sepa Navy, this is Motoring Hassan Marhadal. You gave me clearance to go. My name second on your list. You gave me clearance to go. You are fighting now. Let me turn back.
President Trump says if Iran doesn't take the deal, that, quote, the United States is going to knock out every single power plant and every single bridge in Iran. Don't expect gas prices to drop anytime soon. Today, Energy Secretary Chris Wright said that prices may not return to under $3 a gallon again for months.
That could happen later this year. That might not happen till next year. But prices have likely peaked and they'll start going down. Certainly with a resolution of this conflict, you'll see prices go down. Prices across.
The national average for a gallon of regular gas right now is $4.05. Meantime, Texas still under that, paying about $3.67 a gallon. Drivers were shelling out about $2.98 a gallon in late February before the U.S.-Israeli conflict started with Iran. Acts of domestic terrorism, 168 people killed in the Oklahoma City bombing on April 19, 1995. Today, leaders and those impacted gathered at the site of the bombing to read the names of the victims as they vow to never forget that terrible day in this country's history. Today also marks the end of the 51-day standoff in Waco, Texas between federal agents and the Branch Davidians. On the morning of April 19, 1993, the FBI fired tear gas into that compound. The Branch Davidians started shooting at law enforcement there. It would be early in the afternoon that a fire sparked in the compound, killing leader David Koresh and 76 others inside. The murder trial of former FedEx delivery driver Tanner Horner will resume tomorrow morning. Horner has admitted to killing 7-year-old Athena Strand in Wise County more than 3 years ago. Expert witnesses are expected tomorrow and Tuesday, and when the jury returns to the courtroom on Wednesday, they are expected to hear from Tanner Horner's mother. However, the defense has told the court it could be difficult to locate her since she struggles with substance abuse and mental health issues. Our gavel-to-gavel coverage will resume tomorrow morning at 8:30 on WFAA+. You can watch the entire trial there right now. It is streaming free on demand. It's you just download that app straight to your TV. We also wrote up online how the trial has gone day to day. You can find all of that information on our website, WFAA.com.